Hey guys, Adrian here for the Digital Dojos, and I literally just woke up a couple hours ago to some breaking news, and it's been a while since I've done some news coverage. Steve Jobs, the CEO, the two-time CEO of Apple, has resigned today. Today's August 24th, actually the 25th for me. I headed one day, but anyways, the two-time acting CEO, the co-founder of Apple, has resigned. And he was quoted saying, "I've always said if there ever came a day which I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple's CEO, I would be the first to let you know. Unfortunately, that day has come." So, Jobs has been poor, and a lot of you guys know he's been in poor health since, I believe, January. So he took a medical leave of absence from the company. And then he returned in March, I think, for the release of the iPad 2. But a while back he advised they execute the succession plan, and in the act that he may pass away, or the act that he can't take the role of CEO, that somebody is there to success him, to take his role. And Tim Cook was officially announced today as the new Apple CEO. Tim Cook, if you guys don't know him, he was I think the vice president of Compaq before he came to Apple. Since Jobs took medical leave of absence back in January, he's been taking on the whole day-to-day operations of Apple. So he's been running things for quite a while now, just kind of behind the scenes since Jobs has taken his medical leave of absence. So, yeah, this is definitely big news. There's going to be definitely some change in stocks because people are going to be freaking out. There's a lot of, news on Twitter about it. I'm sure you guys are seeing it. But it's huge news in the fact that, he's resigned as a CEO, and, he's definitely an iconic figure in the technology industry. But, obviously this is not the death of Apple. There's big news as when you see somebody this big resign from a company, as when you saw Bill Gates leave Microsoft. But obviously they're not 100% leaving their company. They're still there for I'm sure Jobs will hang around handling stuff. Obviously he won't be the one 100% in charge, their day to day like Tim Cook will be, but he'll still oversee stuff definitely over the board and over product launches and stuff like that. I'm sure Jobs will definitely be there for just advice and stuff like that, but probably we won't be seeing him do all the keynotes and everything like that anymore. So definitely we lost an iconic figure in the tech industry. I believe this, like I said, the stock took a dive most likely. I think 7%, something like that. Back when I think earlier this maybe like 7 p.m. I think 7 p.m. Eastern time for you guys. So there's a lot of news surrounding this whole story. But Jobs definitely left a mark on the tech industry from the iPhone. You guys know, obviously, the iPad. Apple's dominated pretty much the phone category. They have the mobile app store category. They have one of the number one music players out there. They have iTunes. It's really changed the way we consume data or consume media. The way we rent music or rent movies, buy music, albums, etc. Now, the way we use our phones, our smartphones are categorized. A lot of them are being, modeled off the iPhone. If we never had the iPhone, we would never have a lot of these phones that we see now that are kind of taking off, the innovation of Apple and advancing from there. We have the Macintoshes. We have the great line of Macs now. From the MacBook Pros to the iMacs to the Mac Pros. We've seen great products like that, and of course, like I said, the iPad, which has definitely revolutionized the tablet industry. They've revolutionized in so many different industries that Apple is well on its way. They're I think behind. I don't know if they're behind Exxon or above Exxon. They're one of the the most profitable companies out there. A couple weeks back, they're even had more money than the U.S. government. So definitely Apple is on a great start, and just because Tim Cook's taken over, this isn't the death of Apple by far. I think Jobs has been, since January, since his medical leave of absence, has definitely been prepping for this, and I'm sure Apple's employees, Apple's, the successor, Tim Cook, and Apple will definitely, carry on from here. This is just another, this is a, little small stepping stone in terms of what's to come for Apple. Everybody's going to miss Jobs, obviously. He's a great guy in terms of, the product presentation. Nobody's going to do it like Steve Jobs does in terms of keynotes, etc. But definitely, I'm sure he'll still be there to oversee a lot of stuff that goes on in Apple. You know, whether or not he has the official title or not. You know, Gates, and I'm sure still does some of the same things, and he'll be going to the events, etc. But anyways, this is some you know, big news in the tech industry. So here's to Steve Jobs. You know, a great guy, and you know, whether you like Mac or not, he's definitely revolutionized the tech industry as a whole. And here's to Tim Cook. You know, good luck to that, and more coverage will be coming up. So if you want to read more about this, head over to digitaldojos.com for your tech news, reviews, and tutorials. Hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, guys, Adrian here signing out, and I'll catch you guys next video.